Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway.
To bite to flee.
Huh? Still alive? Good. Let's go. We shouldn't waste any more time. Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway. Huh? Still alive? Good. Let's go. We shouldn't waste any more time. Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway.
Hey, you there? Yes, you. Can you spare a moment for him? He would be very grateful. Well, he, Kermai Kazor Tatakajape. Your help. Tell him, do you have good eyes? Good, very good. Let him cut to the chase. He is in dire need of eggs. Lots of eggs. And he wants you to help him. A half-starling, yes. But unfortunately, he's not from Anku, if that's what you would have asked next. Which is something he really regrets. This world It's so dirty, so loud. But, well, what can you do? One is what one is. It is, indeed. The eggs he is looking for are hard to come by. Do you see those brown hammerbirds circling over the heartland? In many other countries, such as Nerim or Kira, their hatchlings are brought up to be letterbirds. He wants to raise such letterbirds for a special purpose. So, what do you say? Will you help an old starling? The ancient fathers would thank you for it. He's sure of that. Oh, that's hard to explain. He doubts you would understand. But it has to do with our lost home, the Star City. Yes, the place we starlings come from, and where we are destined to return to eventually. Don't you know the stories? There's a city far up in the sky, and all the worldly suffering doesn't exist there. But this is no place to talk about that. There are books which could explain our prophecies a lot better than he ever could. Well, that is the part where your good eyes come into play. All you need to do is follow the movements of the birds flying above the sea here and in its vicinity. Eventually, they will return to their nests, and that's where you can find the eggs. Just come back once you've found a good handful or more. He will wait for your return.
There it is. Ark. Majestic, isn't it? Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway. there you are. Let's push on.
Ahoy.
Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway. Ah, there you are. Let's push on.
Yes?
An obulus, my sir? Oh, thank you. You truly are a good person.
And here we are. Welcome to Ark. I've got some things to take care of here. So let's meet at the market once you're ready to meet Grandmaster Teolor Orenthiel and his mages in person, alright?
Oh, well.
By his own son, Nerazil, yeah. But roughly 2.5 years ago, he suddenly appeared back in Enderal, accompanied by a handful of mages who once fought against him in the Great War. Weird, I know, but that's how it was. He did, yeah. It seems that something happened between him and them that made them sort out their issues, you could say. They're allies now, and frankly, nobody quite knows why. You can imagine what kind of uproar that caused among the Holy Order itself. But in the end, Orenthiel got things his way. You can say what you want about him, but he never lost his charisma, that's for sure. You're telling me. But apparently their alliance has something to do with this red madness. I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, sure, I should have thought of that. Pardon me. Alright then. Ark is divided into 5 districts, not counting the harbor. The Foreign Quarter, where we are right now, the Marketplace, the Nobles' Quarters, the South Quarter, and the Temple. If you're looking to gear up, I guess the market would be the place to go. You can find anything there, from food to weapons, armor, and whatever else you need. If it's magical supplies and alchemy you need, however, you best try your luck in the Nobles' Quarters. But prepare yourself for some dismissive looks. Up there's also the bathing house and the theater, in case you have the coin for that. Finally, there's the temple, which is hard to overlook. Normal citizens are not permitted to enter it, and from up there, the Holy Order reigns over this country. But if all goes according to plan, you'll soon see it from the inside. And then there's the Undercity. Yeah, it doesn't, and it isn't. The Undercity's a cluster of caves directly beneath our feet. And down there is where the poor and the sick live, not to mention those that the Order doesn't like to see in their neat, pretty streets in the upper city. Not a place I'd recommend you visit, at least not unless you're looking for mischievous things. Great. Then see you later and enjoy your stay.
Yes? Monsieur?
My sir, do you have a moment? I think the two of us could do business together. Well, it is actually quite simple, but since you were kind enough not to just ignore me and walk by as the others did, I would like to show my gratitude for that first. You travel a lot, don't you? I can tell by the mud on your boots. Here, one of these books might come in handy on your journeys. Which one do you prefer? Splendid! Say, would you happen to be interested in earning yourself some more coins? Or, even better, more books like those? There is something I need help with. I have a problem, and this problem is called Celia, which happens to be my sister. Where should I start? You know, I am one of those people who wasn't given everything by fate. Quite the contrary, in fact. When I was a child, the village I grew up in, Foamville, was ambushed by bandits, and both my father and my mother died during the attack.
Thank you, but it's ancient history now.
Fact is, my sister and I dealt with this event differently. We managed to flee the attack and make it to Ark, where the guards, of course, threw us into the Undercity. But while I tried to honor my father's heritage by using the little I could from our savings by setting up a business, she preferred to wallow in her misery instead. She got to know the wrong people and has, since then, never done a single bit of honest work. Frankly, she's a dust addict. Day and night she does nothing else but rot in those drinking holes in the Undercity, and blows what little money she makes on her drage.
Now, of course, she is still my sister, so all of these years I paid her rent so she doesn't have to sleep on the streets. However, things have changed. Recently she started using our father's heritage to pay for her addiction, and I will not accept that.
I certainly could, but the day a guard voluntarily goes into the Undercity is the day Avatia will become a barber. The Undercity belongs to Relata, and Celia knows that, which is why my hands are tied. Well, technically it's our money. Basically, it was a share our father had in a small business here. He was so proud of it, you wouldn't believe it. Luckily enough, I managed to save that paper from the bandits and turned it in at the bank a few years ago, after I realized how valuable it was. Since then, it has turned into quite a formidable sum. Nothing huge, of course, but enough to save my business from bankruptcy. You understand? In theory, it is our money, but without me she would probably have sold it for a bottle of ale, and I won't let her spit on our father's heritage that way.
Of course, you wouldn't know that. Glimmercap dust, the blue bliss, or however you want to call it. It's a drage, a dangerous one. Apparently, it makes you feel as if you're walking the eternal paths. But it also kills you quicker than the sunfire.
Oh, believe me, I did. Which is why she simply hid the key to our safe in the bank somewhere that I couldn't find it. So, long story short, this is where you come in. I want you to get her to give me that key. How you do it is up to you. But if you succeed, it won't be to your disadvantage. Anywhere there's rats and dust. But she spends most of her time in the False Dog in the Undercity. One of those dumps I told you about. Just come back to me once you've found something. What? Oh, yes, sure. What do you need?
Attention! I heard something.
I don't know who you think you are, but no one breaks the law and gets away with it. There are two ways we can do this. You either pay your fine now, or you go straight to jail. And believe... Fair enough. That's less trouble for the both of us. Well, point, and you just have to live with it.
Some shifts never end.
Oh, you're here. I didn't know you were on patrol today too.
Hi, normally I would be, but Darwin's wife got sick, so I pitched in for her. How are things? Any troubles?
No, nothing worth mentioning. Nobody's killing him.
It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
Some people just don't know their place in the world.
Wild mages in the temple? Grandmaster Aranthiel is as unusual as his reputation suggests, it seems.
What? Did you say something? No, I'm perfectly fine. This is a grave, and I'm kneeling in front of it. I couldn't be better. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. My sister, Gadia, she...
We always go too late.
I don't know if you've heard about it, but there was this incident in the temple. The Red Madness. And you've heard about it. My sister. She was a novice, just as I am. And she... You know, she met this boy. He was only of the manufacturer's path, and neither our parents nor the Holy Order would have approved. She wanted to leave the city with him. Travel the lands. Just like in the bard songs.
You're here. Well, isn't this a
I called her a fool.
surprise?
I told her that it was our path to serve the Order, and that leaving here would be a sin.
Fine.
3 days later it happened.
I have never been better.
She sat in the first row in Europe.
Have you heard the news?
You know.
Word has it that on Dargay's last ball,
You say it as if it were far-fetched.
appeared in a gown of
But it is
scarlet
my fault.
leather.
Without me, she would be with that boy in Dunville,
I'm afraid
building a new
I
life.
am not.
I can't believe it.
It is my fault she was in the lecture that day. No matter how I twist and turn it.
My words
This is how it is.
exactly, my dame. My words exactly. Anyway, duty calls. I will see you soon. You must come by and have a cup of tea with me someday.
I most certainly will. Walk blessed.
If there is one. Anyway,
Go to
I should go back to the temple. Thank you for your words. Walk blessed.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red Madness. The fuck is wrong with this world? I just don't.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle has happened, a miracle that must have been, due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malthus himself. Telor Arnthiel has returned. Yes, you have heard
My sir.
the lost heir to the throne, son of Lorius, has, after decades of imprisonment by his treacherous son,
I know.
his position
Well,
as Grand
Look who's
Master of the
arrived.
Holy Order.
Did you have any problems finding your way
The
around?
esteemed
This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it.
Thereby returns to her position as second in command and no one else but
Right, you're from Ostian. I almost forgot.
shall lead this holy city.
They're quite
from this
fascinating,
day
these
on.
places, aren't they? You can
His
climb
fearless
high,
leadership
and you can fall
shall
just
be
as
what
deep.
helps us find
And
our
every
way
place
through
vibrates
these
with life.
troubled times. Cherish, oh brothers and sisters. Cherish and
Here,
thank
put
the
this on.
Lord for his mercy.
And before you ask, yes, it's necessary. Just trust me.
I've got just
Back on the road from the aged man's abode.
So, about this fever. Usually those gifted with magic have to report
So
their
many
talent to the
strange
Order,
faces.
and then pass a ritual that teaches them how to deal with their magic.
Isn't it nice?
The journey to the water is what they call it. Once they've passed that, the fever reduces to an endurable level, and new arcanists have their names registered in some kind of holy book.
Yes.
But there are other ways to get rid of the fever, and I hope my employer can tell you about them.
Dark as the sun, light as the night.
Stay right behind me. It's not far.
Small one. Lo, from the velvet sky they fall.
Yes?
Okay, almost.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Work, work, work.
Stay right behind me. It's not far.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
Yes.
Work, work, work.
Stay right behind me. It's not far.
Fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
Stay right behind me. It's not far.
Thou art my light.
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where
Work,
is
work,
this supposed to
work.
lead?
Hold it, my sir. No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission. Who are you, and what leads you to this holy place?
Business. I'm Jaspar Belveric, and I work for the Naramese mages.
Oh, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marijo de Luna from Ostian, esteemed holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin. Archmagister Marigil sent for him. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary. You too, Meister de Luna.
You have my word, fair lady. Thank you. Well, that went better than expected. Hey, it worked, didn't it? That's all that matters. Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple. Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine. His name is Constantine Firespark, and he's one of Narathzor Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Narathzol's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the Keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me. Huh? Keep your chin up.
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it.
All right, here we are.
No, 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 no. That's not how you do it.
Blast it! I'm just being careful. We
Like
have to.
heck we do. Give me that thing, now.
Ouch.
Blasted, blistering blazes. That's what you get for working with fumblers. I told you, we
Nice
should
fire
be
spark.
careful. What? Now who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment to himself?
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Oh, right. Joseph the Scrounger. So why are you here? Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something. I
Suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your drinking mates up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular fellow over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the Keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
This man's magic is different, Meister. Just feel his aura and you'll see it. Plus he's from Nerim, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat, and I'll have a look at that fever of yours. All right then, this will tickle a little. Now you're right. This aura does feel different. Complex somehow and powerful. And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now. Fine, fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that Scrounger.
This just doesn't make any sense.
I see. Regarding this vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off. By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now. If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Balador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes, so to speak. A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Meister Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an Arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Well, look at that, Jasper. You surprised me.
That's what I'm being paid for.
How powerful an Arcanist is depends on 3 factors. How far away are the eventualities that he can see, how well he can bring parts of them into our reality, and finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain inal, but as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures. Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the... Blasted, blistering blazes! Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Lashery always had a weakness for—
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here, didn't you, Miser? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true? Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore. Tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room? Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months. Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak. The ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food, and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neramis know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible. There is indeed, and this reason is called ignorance. The Order's rituals haven't changed since the Lightborn slipped out of their cradles, and the Keepers do their best to keep anything progressive out of their country. But please, if you're up for a year of austerity and stern-faced magisters scolding you, go for it. I really don't care. She's currently in a ruin called Old Rashengrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I recommend leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow. Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter. I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic, my friend. I'll see you around. Never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode. Ugh, blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy? Yes. Yes. Just might work.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing. Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead? Oh, you're here. I thought you were in the city.
No, the Archmagister ordered me back. Feels good to be here, to be honest. The funerals. I could have done without them, though.
I don't doubt it. I still can't believe that really happened. Brother Yarrow, he was such a good man.
I don't think the Red Madness cares much about that.
Probably not, no. I wonder how it happens. The infection.
What do you mean?
Well, the red eyes and the obvious madness only happen in the last stages of the disease. What happens before that? And how? How can one tell someone else is afflicted?
Why, scared you've caught it, are you?
That is not funny. You know, I've had this feeling that there's something wrong with Yarrow for quite some time, long before it happened.
You don't say. His wife was murdered. Don't you think that would have thrown you out of bounds too? Path-abiding Enderalian or not?
That's not what I mean. Her death broke him, yes. But there was no hatred in him, only grief. The hatred only came shortly before he did it.
Sorry, but I don't really see what you're going at.
I'm just trying to say that, well, maybe we all should be careful. Maybe it was Yarrow's grief, his instability, that made him susceptible to the Red Madness in the first place. But let the Flameling and the Apothecari find that out. I have to go now, brother. Walk blessed. Let's hope he knows what he's doing. That's beyond me. It makes sense.
What?
Pathlessness wherever you look. Where is
Walk
this
blessed.
supposed to lead?
Of course, her sister. I completely forgot. Oh, Yarrow, you damned old fool. I guess I should be lenient with her. Here, I think I owe you this for your time. Now, excuse me. We have a lot to do here. What?
You. Good to see you.
What? What?
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Move along.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
Yes.
Path
Yes,
is
that just
every
might
look.
work.
Where is this supposed to lead?
What?
Brother, did you get my letter?
Ah, yes. I did.
Why's that?
I don't know.
Ever listen to
But I
me?
think it's about the tome he wanted you to transcribe.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle has happened, a miracle that must have been, due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malthus himself.
My sir?
Hungry? I've got just what a weary
Hungry for
traveler
arcane
needs.
secrets?
Yeah,
I have books, scrolls, potions. Anything for friends of path.